My name is Jackie Weisfield, and I am presenting for EDL 853 for Fort Hays State University. A little bit about me. I currently live in Golden, Colorado. I moved here about 20 years ago from Wisconsin. The picture that you see on the right is a picture of me and my husband and my son taken up in my family cottage in northern Wisconsin. We went up for 4th of July this year, and so decided to take a cute little family picture. I define myself first as a mom. My 3-year-old takes up most of my time. And in the spare time that I have, I'm a STEAM teacher and coach at Englewood Middle School in Englewood, Colorado. STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics. We added the A this year and are really trying to focus students on the fact that there's a lot of art and technology now. So our first project was a graphic design project. The second project we did really focused on 3D design and the aesthetics in that. And we also built solar cars, and we talked about aesthetics in that as well. So really getting students to understand that there is a lot of art, even when you're using technology. When I have downtime, while I like to travel for short times. I'm very much a homebody. I would rather be at home reading a book, crocheting, going to the library here with my son, doing some outdoor things, anything Colorado, but don't really like to leave the state a whole lot and do a lot of travel for long periods of time. Little interesting tidbit of information. This is the last class for me before I have to do my portfolio. So I'm looking to take the exam in about January, and hopefully we'll get my administrator's license in May. So my school, Englewood Middle School, we get snapshots of every student with any kind of plan, whether it be an IEP, a 504, in limited English language learning plan, whether it's an advanced learning plan. Every student who has any kind of plan, we get a snapshot of that student in an adjustable file folder, and are expected to go through and know all the students' accommodations and what we need to do with those students to be in compliance with their plans. The special education professionals will adjust assignments to meet the IEP requirements if a student or if a teacher asks. But they're not going to offer those services. The teacher really has to go out and make that a priority. For all but our highest needs students, the district curriculum is always our starting point, and the performance expectations are adjusted from that district curriculum. So students are really expected to learn the same content. It just may be at a different rate or in a different modality. Our highest needs students, things are modified as opposed to accommodated for. Most of our accommodations really refer to extended time, notes in advance, those types of accommodations. And then we also have intervention classes for math and language arts, and those are not just for students with plans. While we have intervention classes for our students with IEPs, and those are run by their case managers, we also have intervention classes for students that we've identified that need extra support in language arts and math. And those are really used as preview classes so that the students know what they're going to be learning in that class when they go into the classroom. In my classroom, I really accommodate for different learning styles. That's my goal. The content that I expect them to get is really the same. We're learning 21st century skills, and I expect them to know how they express those 21st century skills. Students get to choose how they demonstrate that learning, and I give them a number of options. And I guide specifically my special education students towards the modality that works best for them, because I found that sometimes they're not necessarily as aware of what works for them. My students with ALPs, advanced learning plans, I push them in their thinking, and I have several who are not super excited to push themselves, and so I really try and challenge them to find something that they haven't done before. What I need to do is I really need to preview for my students and create notes for each project. So I have about 15 projects going on at any one time in my classroom, and so I need to sit down and take the time to create notes for these students so that I can preview what the projects are going to be doing and create some checklists and those types of pieces for students who might need that. In terms of my suggestions for my school, I'd love to do a speed dating type thing where our special education professionals introduce each student and what works best for them in the classroom, what they've gleaned from those students. I'd love to have parents come in and talk to the staff. We did have one set of parents do that with a student who has Tourette's, autism, and ADHD, and it made a world of difference. So the parents could be involved in the speed dating. It could be the special education professionals, either one. And then professional development led by the special education professionals to help teach teachers how to alter their lessons for learning differences, since so much of that really falls on the teachers. So I just want to thank you for listening. I look forward to hearing about the rest of you and what you all are doing in your classrooms. And I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about me. Thanks.